the same rights that he calls on Israel to extend to the Palestinians. So they raise, in the eyes of Kurds, there are certain questions about Mr. Erdogan's sincerity.
And finally, Jake, the treatment of Kurdish women.
Well, in southeastern Turkey, there's a very dynamic and broad movement for women's rights. The main political formation that's leading this movement is called the Democratic Free Women's Movement. And unfortunately, their members are constantly subjected to very severe violence and intimidation. And also, the lawsuits are constantly being opened against them in order to deter them from their work. So, for example, my friend Aziza Yaz is a very prominent women's rights activist. She's 23 years old, but she has about 20 lawsuits against her because of her work. And in addition to that, she's been to prison 3 times and detained 5 times in a short period of time. According to UN statistics, about 42% of women in Turkey face violence from their spouses. And Kurdish women, on top of this general issue experienced by all women in Turkey, are also subjected to severe violence by security forces. In a study published in 2000, it was reported that 2% of all women in southeastern Turkey had been subjected to violence by security forces. But given the cultural taboos in the region, this is probably a conservative estimate.
Do you plan to return to Turkey, Jake Hess?
Not for the time being. It probably wouldn't be a good idea from the standpoint of the security of my friends.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I don't think I told you, but when I was detained, actually 5 of my friends were also detained along with me. And I think what the Turkish state is trying to do is intimidate local Kurds away from sharing their experiences with internationals. So international public opinion is not aware of what's going on here. And I'm just concerned that if I go there and try to continue my work, then the Turkish state will do bad things to the people I interact with.
Jake Hess, I want to thank you for being with us. Independent journalist deported from Turkey. He was held there for 2 weeks, was living there for 2 years, and covering events in Turkey, and particularly the situation in Kurdistan for Interpress Service.